All right, I would ask what hurts, but it seems like everything right now.
Everything, man. I'm getting too old for this shit. I said it walking up here. That was my biggest thing before this fight. I was just praying over and over again that I got out of there safely with no injuries. It's been a long road, man. 53 pro fights between kickboxing and MMA and one professional boxing match. And, I never used to think about that when I was younger. I never once stepped in there. I never thought about getting injured. But anymore, that's the only thing that crosses my mind, man. I don't, the wins, the losses don't matter, man. I just trust the preparation, and I just pray that I'm healthy getting out of there.
Yeah, and crazy fight, honest, for as long as it lasted. Minutes after the fight, or more than minutes, but after this fight, how are you feeling? Because I was just watching it, was just like, it looked like you went through all the emotions during the fight.
Yeah, it did, man. And it takes two to tango, and hats off to Julius Walker, man. That kid's a beast. He is the future. But I just know it's my time right now, man. He's not going anywhere. He's got a bright future ahead of him. And I know he was probably thinking, I'm young, I'm explosive, this is my moment. But as a veteran and veteran of this game, and with all the experience that I have, man, I've lived those moments. I've been through those moments. I was that kid at one time. And right now, man, my confidence is just bulletproof when I'm in there. I'm always prepared, and as long as I'm prepared, I fully expect to win. And this time was no different.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while, dude, and now you got the young guys kind of sniping at you. I'm sure they're calling you Unc and all kinds of stuff. How does that feel to be have a target on your back just because you're a veteran?
Yeah, man, I'm here for it, man. I relish in the moment, But like my coach always says, I am no stepping stone. They keep feeding me these young guys, waiting for me to fall off the cliff, and I just keep proving that I'm not going anywhere, man. I'm going to keep doing this till the wheels fall off, and hopefully, just finish this career strong and actually have something to show for it when I'm done. That's the biggest goal of mine. Just keep stacking these wins and finally been in it so long, making some good money and just really starting to pay off. So, man, I really just want to finish this career strong and like I said, just be able to have something to show for it.
Yeah. Did you have your family with you tonight?
My wife was here. I did, and I have a couple close friends, but, with the fight in Australia last week, falling off, and then this being short notice, I really didn't say much, man. I knew that I was just coming here to get the job done and to get home, and I've been gone from home for 3 weeks, so I'm really missing home, and, I'm even flying home tomorrow. I usually stay a day or two, and I was going to enjoy the Super Bowl, but, I'm just ready to get home and enjoy it.
Yeah, me and you both, man. So, a couple more from me. And this one's kind of... I just happen to be scrolling on Instagram, so let me read it for you. This is Poatan, okay? About you.
Poatan, about me.
Yeah. He says, incredible work, Dustin Jacoby. Put some respect on his name and place him in the rankings. Nostalgia from the glory days. Would love to see him in the rankings to show the evolution that has occurred in a different sport. Shama, how you feel about that?
Man, that means the world to me. I saw King Mo in the back before I went out, and that's another former opponent of mine. And I told him, I'm like, hey, man, whenever I fight for all of my past opponents, every single one of them. I've always left a piece of myself in that octagon or in that ring, whatever the case may be, and I take a piece of them as well. And to hear that from a guy like Alex Pereira, man, that really makes me feel good. I've got nothing but respect for him, one of the greatest stand-up fighters of all time. Somebody I really look up to, and I was blessed enough to share the ring with him, and obviously didn't go my way that night, but yeah, man, it's been so cool watching him rise through the ranks and do his thing, and I'm always a fan of his, and to get that respect from him means the world to me.
All right, final one for me. We know you want to fight on a very famous piece of lawn here, and they're on the East Coast there. Do we know who you would like to fight on that piece of lawn?
Yeah, man. I mean, anybody in the top 10, a Khalil Roundtree matchup would be great. I feel like I beat him when I fought him here in this octagon and at the Apex. And again, not taking anything away from him, another warrior, awesome, fighter that I faced in the past. That I definitely left pieces of me in that octagon when I faced him. My right ankle's never been the same, and I know that he remembers that fight. I remember that fight. It'd be an honor to get that back and fight him again. Nothing but respect, man. I respect all. I fear none. To be able to go, I've traveled this world 16 years, fighting all over the world, fighting for this country, obviously through mixed martial arts, and to be able to do it on that turf there at the White House lawn at the end of my career would mean the absolute world to me. Yeah, dude, I hope it comes to fruition, and I'm just going to throw it out there and let the universe catch on.
Shoot, sign me up, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Congrats on the win. Just kind of like the theme of the night was these short notice fights. But we see here, the back-to-back-to-back you had yourself, Nico, Alex, like the OGs in there, but we saw one really thrive. How much is it of a factor now in this point of your career to take a short notice fight, or it's just another day at the office, been there, done that, I got some tricks up my sleeve here?
Well, to be, I was in a training camp preparing for Jimmy Crute. So my camp was, I was feeling good. I was extremely tired at the end of that because, traveling to Australia, not having the fight, traveling back, I was really trying to block it out of my head. But I do think that really affected me for everything. The way I finish camp, from the food I eat, the sleep I get. Again, I tried blocking it out. And while it was short notice, I did have a good camp. But the last couple weeks have not been ideal for me. So it was a little short notice. I think, I certainly felt it in there. I'll try not to do that again. At my age, I definitely want some notice. I would love a, 8-10 week camp. Just to let my body, just get prepared for the beating that we put in and leave it all on the line in there. So, yeah, man. But I'm always willing to take advantage of an opportunity, and that's what I did tonight.
Yes, sir. Walk me through that finish real quick, and if you can just kind of circle back to it, how it played out in your head as opposed to real time, because there was multiple finishes there. Like, you're like, okay, do I go? Do I not? What do you want me to do? Or do you just? I know it's so cliche to say, until the ref pulls you off, but you see a guy who's pretty much out.
Well, yeah, when you say until the ref pulled me off, like I felt Dan come in and he grabbed me, and then so I was done, and then he stepped away, and I was like, what? I was like, you grabbed me. He's like, I didn't touch you. And so I just turned around, and my teammate here, Cody, showed me. I just came in with an uppercut and was doing my best to finish it because, again, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was really feeling it. I was feeling pretty gassed, and I just really think that was, traveling over to Australia and coming back on short notice. And again, I tried overlooking it. I did my best. I did overlook it, but the proof, proved to me that it was not ideal. But thank God I was able to get that finish. And, hats off to Julius, man. He was when I was going for that finish, I still felt his strength. I still felt him holding on. And I was like, man, I cannot let him get on top of me, because if he gets on top of me, he's so big and strong, he'd be able to relax, and I would be pretty gassed. So I was just trying to stay away. And I say it all the time, man. One of my 4 horsemen is killer instinct. And when I smell blood, I go for the kill. I proved that time and time again, and I never will not go for the kill when I sense the blood.
I appreciate that, man. And if anything, it's one thing to know how to fight, but also know how to finish a person, like
100%
precision.
100%, man. I see fights all the time where I think guys could finish them. They got them hurt and they don't finish them. Like, I am a finisher. I proved it time and time again. And, if you just go for that kill, if you sense the finish, go for the kill, man. And I believe in it wholeheartedly. And too many times it's went my way doing that. So I will never not go for the kill. And, I want to get out of there as fast as I can. I want to go get to a cold tub right now. So anything to get that fight over with quick. And, I'm very happy.
That's awesome, man. And last for me, you said something that really caught my ear. At the end of it, you want to have something to show for it. Elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just leave a lot of ourselves in pieces of ourselves in that octagon, and a lot of times fighters walk away with nothing to show. No assets, no money, nothing to their name, and blow through it. And I just want to make the most of. Again, I've been fighting so long. I'm finally making some good money. That's the hard part about this sport too, is you fight so long, you finally get to where you're making good money, and then you're at the end of your career. And it just sucks that, fortunately you don't get to make the big bucks like other professional sports. Those guys get big contracts, and it's not the same for us. So just to be able to capitalize on these wins and to put some money away and set up my family future, is a big goal of mine. And that's the biggest thing, man, is to walk away with something to show, and to be able to, create a business that's making some money, or, to be able to just have something to show for it.
That's awesome, man. Well, congrats on being a winner in that cage and outside of it too. Well done, sir.
Thank you so much, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jimmy Crute still possible to rebook, or you think tonight you moved way past that?
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed. Jimmy Crute's a tough competitor. I was really looking forward to that challenge, and even walking out on at his home turf, and I was there for those fights, and all the Aussies got a huge standing ovation coming out. Man, it gave me chills, and I love being a road warrior. I love going into people's home and being the spoiler. You know, I'm not going to count that out. You know, Jimmy Crute, and I got to, you know, have a couple good conversations with him. I said it again, I'll say it again. I respect all, I fear none. I respect Jimmy Crute. I think he's extremely tough. But we'll see, man. I'm probably going to have another fight before he's going to be out a long time. And I'm definitely, you know, getting towards the end of my career. I still got some fight left, no doubt, but I'm also a realist. You know, this is my 53rd walk. And in the big picture, you know, there's only so many more left. So I think, yeah, I don't know how to, you know, comment on that. You know, if it's there, it's there. If not, you know, it's not.
And then to you, what's the appeal of the White House? Which might seem like an obvious question, but it's like one way or the other, right? You got Sean Strickland be like, no, Hunger Games. Other people being like, yeah, let's go, America. So where's your side? Where do you stand? Where you stand?
Yeah, I just bleed red, white, and blue, man. I fought for this country all over the world, and I just love America, man. This is my country. You know, I bleed for this stuff. I fight for our country. You know, I represent our country, and just to be on that card. You know, at the White House. I've never been to the White House, and just the eyes that are going to be on that event would be super cool. It's just an extraordinary event and an extraordinary moment to add to my legacy and to add to the end of my career. I think it would just be so awesome to look back one day and say that was a part of, you know, what I lived. So that's the big appeal to me, is just the extraordinary event and the moment.
And then lastly, America's game. Who you got?
America's game, man. I think Seattle's going to take it. I really do. Yeah, I think Seattle's got it. Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate you.